Good day. Happy Saturday. My name is Michael John. It is my purpose to assist you on becoming your best version, however that may be. So let's talk about routines. We all wish we had this just gold standard on our routine. Something that propels us to be our best version, that makes us feel accomplished, like we got something done, and that's all fine and dandy. But let's just say you don't have any routine and you just kind of just do whatever you're feeling at the time, but you're like, I really need to start meditating. I really need to start taking care of my body. I really need to start exploring my creativity. But you don't know where to start. And a lot of times we hold ourselves accountable for too much. And then we fall out of it because we focus on the end result instead of what we can do right now, right here. So when I'm building my routine, I start off slow. I start off with just a willingness to do something. I don't sit there and say, oh, I'm going to do 30 minutes of yoga, or I'm going to get an hour workout in, or I'm going to run 10 miles. No. Because you know what? I might not want to run 10 miles every day. I might not want to spend 3 hours being creative. I might not want to do 20 minutes of yoga. But if I just go in and say, with the willingness to, I'm just going to do one yoga stretch. I'm just going to do one lap around the block. I'm just going to do one set. And then when that one set is done, next thing you know, you're doing another one. And then another one comes, and another one comes. And before you know it, you got your 20 minutes of yoga in. Next thing you know, you got your hour workout in. And it's done. And all it was a willingness of going in and saying, I'm just going to do one set. So instead of always holding yourself accountable for like a certain time frame or a certain expectation, just go in with a willingness. Doesn't matter how long you're going to spend doing it. Just do it. And then watch it just flow together. And if you continue to just exercise this willingness with whatever it is that you want to accomplish, it will all come together effortlessly. Just flow together. And before you know it, you have your gold standard routine. You feel put together. You feel accomplished. And that all started just with the willingness to just do one set, to do one yoga stretch, to just do 5 minutes of meditation. Doesn't matter what it is. And other than that, you do that, you'll be on your way to your best life. To your best life. It all starts with a willingness. Because this is how I used to do it. I'd be like, I need to build a routine. So I'd bust out my piece of paper and I'd write the date and then, you know, the time. Okay, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. I'm going to drink my water and then I'm going to do my meditation. That will be done by 6:15. At 6:20, I am going to go do my yoga. My yoga should be done by 6:45. And then at 6:50, I'm going to spend 1 hour of doing... No, that shit don't work. Hell no. Because you're not every day you're not going to want to stick to something like that. So don't even do that to yourself. Because then you're going to feel like you failed. You failed yourself. So instead of setting yourself up for failure, let all that shit go. And just say, you know what? These are the things that I want to do. Doesn't matter when I do them. Just that I do them. And I don't need a certain time limit on how long I spend doing it. Because I know 3 minutes of yoga is better than no minutes of yoga. I know a 5-minute run is better than no minute run. So just a willingness and no expectation. Watch it all just flow together. And that's how we were meant to live our lives. In the flow. There's a saying, man plans, God laughs. Because you never know. You never know what's going to get in the way of that plan. So I don't make plans no more. You know, there's this guy I follow. He's like a channeler. His name's Phil Good. He says, be a dot. And that resonated with me. A dot, you know. You think of a map. You're a dot on the screen. Now think of if you just plugged in a destination. Then you have this dot that's connected to all these lines. You got to go this street, that street, that street. So now you have all these obligations to make all these turns and twists. And then you got the anxiety to be like, oh, I got to do this shit tomorrow because I agreed to do it. When all actuality, you don't have to plan anything. You don't have to hold yourself to any expectation. Just go with the flow. As long as you're doing things that are propelling you in the direction of your dreams, that's all it takes. Just one baby step at a time. Before you know it, you're going to look back and you're going to be living that dream life. And you're going to be like, I'm glad I just had a willingness to go into this and just do my best. So be a dot. Don't be a line on a map. You know, I've mentioned this in previous videos that I'm no longer holding expectations to my manifestations. I'm not saying that I want to be a writer, I want to be this, and I want to be on stage doing motivational speaking, and I want to live here, and I want to drive this car, and I want this to be my house. I'm done holding them expectations because I know the universe already has a plan for me. And that plan will be accomplished as long as I just learn to go with the flow and follow my intuition. That's all it takes. I lost my train of thought. So, previous videos. I no longer manifest expectations. I manifest a state of being, how I want to feel. I want to feel joy. I want to feel happy. I want to feel loved. I want to feel abundant. I want to feel opulent. I want to feel prosperous. I want to feel outstanding. I want to feel amazing. And that's what we work on manifesting. Not a car, not a mansion, not a career, just a state of being. Because when you manifest that state of being, the money, the car, the career, the lifestyle, that is a side effect of chasing your highest joy and always being in a state of happiness, in a state of openness, in a state of acceptance. And that's how I manifest now. I'm no longer looking for a certain scenario or a certain theme. I'm just looking for a state of being. And the universe knows what it will take to bring me that state of being. Better than I know. Better than I know. And that just cuts through all the bullshit because you no longer have an expectation. So if, let's just say, you know, you want to be a writer and you want to write a book and be on the New York Times best-selling list, and then you want to travel the world and you want to, you know, give workshops on applying the stuff that's in your book or whatnot, and it has to be like this and it has to go like this, and you're just setting yourself up for failure because you know what? It's not going to work out like that. It's actually going to work out a lot better than you planned. But because you planned it, you have your eyes set in this direction, looking to the left, when what's really supposed to happen for you is happening over here to the left or to the right. So you totally miss it because you're fucking looking to the left on your expectation, but your dream's going to the right, passing you by. So keep an open mind, quit holding expectations, and just focus on how you want to feel. How do you see yourself interacting in the world when you're communicating with others? How are you going to carry yourself? And focus on embodying that. And everything else will come into play. You'll have that great idea, and you'll have the confidence to take action on that great idea. And, you know, you'll just go into it with an open mind and a willingness to just see where it goes without any expectation. And then you're going to keep on practicing this. And before you know it, you're going to be like, wow, everything that I've ever wanted just seems to show up. And I'm not even holding an expectation of how this is happening. The universe just knows what I want, and it brings it to me. And that's just what it takes. So focus on your state. Your state is the most important thing that you could ever focus on. And that starts with your thoughts, what you spend your time thinking about, worrying about, all that shit. Take that worry out your head. I know it's difficult, but just know that what's going to happen is already going to happen. And if you're focusing on the things that you don't want to happen, that's what you're going to draw into your life. Worry is prayer for the things that you don't want. Say that again. Worry is prayer for the things that you don't want. So quit praying for the things you don't want. Focus on what you want to attract. And whenever a fearful thought of lack comes in your mind, let it go. Release it. But either way, you're going to do whatever you want to do. But more importantly, just love yourself and then subscribe.